Let's talk about movies. Romantic movies to be precise, how they condition us in weird ways, how they are an inaccurate reflection of reality. And even though we know that it's an inaccurate reflection of reality, we still contradict that knowledge in our behaviors in real life. Let's go. Being from this generation, I have grown up watching a lot of movies. I have this box of VCDs, if you remember what those are. And I absolutely loved watching movies. And as a kid, I grew up striving to be like a hero. You know, the hero of my own life, kind of like that. But how far can that striving to be like a hero go? Is it not possible that sometimes some movies, some songs, romantic, again to be precise, they condition us to believe that that's how real world works, even though it doesn't. Like Kabir Singh, for example, that example pops in my mind. It's a very obsessive love story. It's romanticized to hell. Also, it somehow gets a happy ending. It's no, that's no. But let's talk about the less extremes, like the movie DDLJ.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Keep following her, keep harassing her, and she will eventually fall for you. See, the movie is meant for entertainment purposes, but let's just follow this thought through. One of the major problems I had about this movie actually is a song. Zara Sa Jhoom Loo Main, that song. The girl who gets drunk and now she kind of wants, she wants sex. Like, let's be honest. ठंडी ठंडी पवन जलता है, बदन जी चाहता है, बना लूं तुझको अपना सजन. It's implied, चूम ले जरा सा चूम लूं मैं. It's implied she wants sex. Now maybe it's my perception that's bad, but are they saying get girls drunk and they would want to have sex with you? Because that's a horrible thing to even think about. But wait, let's just come back to conditioning. Are there not people out there who think drunk women are available? Similarly, conservative families, conservative-minded people who have a negative connotation about drinking, especially when you use the word drinking and girl together in one sentence, even if it is coming from a worrying place, whatever, are there not people like that? Now, I'm not saying it's good or bad to drink or not to drink. That's the question. That's not the question. I'm just merely asking you to reflect that can there be some correlation between these things? Also, side note, it's crazy how the same common thing, girls drinking, can help two different kinds of people justify their own beliefs. Like rapists will justify their actions and conservative-minded people will justify their worry. Kind of makes me think that maybe we are not just conditioned to think certain way, but also sometimes we are conditioned to justify our own beliefs more. Saddest part of that example being maybe the song and the movie are meant for entertainment purposes, yet there is a possibility that people are correlating these two things in their own mind. We can never know. Unconscious mind is fucking weird. I obviously need to study and understand these topics more because they are fascinating to understand. Please consider subscribing because it helps me make more videos. Now, this is not the same movie Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. I found this amazing justification for this movie on Quora. Fuck Quora, by the way. What the hell is this site? This guy says,
so according to people here, Kuch Kuch Hota is illogical. But Thanos snapping his fingers and wiping out half the humanity is logical. Voldemort dividing his soul into 7 parts is logical. Hermione and Harry going back in time and then coming back to the same place, seeing Dumbledore there, even when time is linear, is logical. Game of Thrones, where people make it a point to know everything that happens to King's Landing, did not know that it was Littlefinger who actually put a knife to Ned Stark's throat, is logical. Don't get me started about Back to the Future, Inception and Mission Impossible. I can write more, but you get my point, I guess. You should go into movie with some reservations and know sometimes filmmakers can't effectively tell a story if they begin to take every freaking variable in consideration.
Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. Marvel, that has been around for more than 80 years, creating comic books, movies, TV shows, animated series with a whole bunch of lore fit into it, created by literal fucking geniuses, is illogical for creating an amazing fictional universe. Wizarding world that created literal magical universe with amazing characters, amazing stories, which makes us want to go there, makes us want to learn magic, adding value to our lives. It's highly illogical writing for a fantasy world. Game of Thrones! Are you serious? Are you seriously comparing Game of Thrones screenwriting to Kuch Kuch Hota Hai? Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, where a mother writes letters to her infant daughter, dies after 8 years. The daughter reads those letters, which suggests her to get her father back with his best friend from college, who she's named after. Are you seriously talking about Game of Thrones?
अंजलि को अपने पापा की जिंदगी में वापस ले आओ बेटी। अंजलि को उसका पहला प्यार लौटा दो। अंजलि और राहुल एक दूसरे के लिए ही बने हैं।
People justifying their love for fiction is crazy. Even I just did that. But I'm sorry. I understand the difference between different genres of movies. It's look, there are good morals in every movie, okay? There's good and bad, but you can always learn the good from the bad as well. From, okay, this is how you should respect someone when they say no, to this is not how you behave in a relationship. Even though the characters in this movie are getting a happy ending, this is not a relationship guide. Do not follow it. And what did you think? Obsessing over someone in real life is a sure way to get into a healthy relationship? No, it's not. My take on this is it's rather easy to follow the guide, the relationship guide from movies, and applying it directly to real life. In that case, either you will have a happy ending or a sad ending, in which case you can just hear to sad breakup songs, be sad, mopey, depressed, be all dramatic. And that's easy because you have already seen it happen in movies, and it is, giving you hope that someone will come around and take you out of your dark place. And all you have to do is mope around, be the damsel in distress or the sad emo boy, which is again romanticized. It's not how the real world works. Coming from someone who have not had good relationships at all in my life, let alone be romantic relationships, I have been the one-sided lover sad boy person. I laugh at that now, but I have been that, and it doesn't get you anywhere. I used to sleep under the blanket and like crying about like romantic songs. It was such a stupid thing. But instead of that, I'm focusing on my development, and the development is such a broad term. It includes healthy connections, which is the crazy part, because when I talk about my own development, I mean it that it's mine. The good, the bad, everything, I can strive to be better every day. It's always going to be mine. My beliefs, my values, my connections, all of which are something which I am developing. I am growing into something better. This is my story, not a script of a romantic movie which I'm projecting my fantasies upon and letting my perception of the movies influence my reality. Here's a few things you can do to not let these movies affect your real life. Increasing our understanding of our perceptions about things, that okay, these movies have been influenced by realities of the creators and their perception of their reality, either that or it's just meant for entertainment purposes, and I'm seeing this movie with my perception of my reality, trying to connect the dots together. Even if the character seems very human and relatable and whatnot, they are still characters which are inspired by real life, maybe, but that doesn't mean that they are living your life or you should be living there. You can still choose to do what you want. Side note, Pixar movies and certain types of movies doesn't really count here because they are meant to show us the values and emotions of the real world problems in some ways, but it's still, there's a filter of, over exaggeration and drama and whatnot. So as I said before, there's still always something to learn from the movies. It's just the matter of how and what to learn. I'm slowly coming to the conclusion that maybe there's no hidden meaning behind these movies. They're just meant for entertainment purposes. Well, that's an obvious statement. Yes, it is. But if we think about it, how many things have we been conditioned into believing or conditioned into justifying our beliefs because of these movies? And we won't even know unless we try to reflect on them. When I say there's good and bad in every movie, I do mean it. Like, for example, DDLJ. Again, just a few examples. Raj doesn't have sex with Simran after that song. He doesn't force himself on her and whatnot. Good. But he jokes about it inappropriately, which is not good. And also somehow she falls for him. It's another scene is her father lets go of her hand. Ja Simran, ja, ji le apni zindagi. It's good that he's okay with Raj and Simran being together. But the bad of that scene, which I just can't get my head around, is that Simran could have just entered the bogie from the door close to her. On a serious note though, there's still no character development arc for Raj. If you think about it, he was a brat, he's still a brat, he still manipulates people around to get what he wants. And you can argue that, well, love changes people. Does it though? The only reason that I can think of for Raj and Simran being justified together for people is because of that one scene where he's like, बाबूजी के आशीर्वाद के बिना हम नहीं भाग के शादी नहीं करेंगे. When like Simran and her mom are saying भाग जा and whatnot, and in the end it works out because the characters are written that way. Let's be honest. It's like the conclusion, the end is written, and ends don't justify means, but when ends itself are justified, it doesn't matter how you get there. Aditya, it's just a fucking movie, man. Calm down. I know it is. I know it is. I'm just pointing out how dumb it can be from a different perspective. That's all. This video is just things that go through my mind, my chaotic, stupid mind. Listen, you can like this movie, hate this movie, idealize it, romanticize it, critique it, adore it, don't care. It's fine. Okay, it's fine. In the end, the point is our minds work in a really weird way, where what others might be expressing as just entertainment masala, we might make it into something romanticized and a relationship guide kind of thing in our own minds. Be wary of your mind and your thoughts, especially when your mind starts saying things like, oh, I'm in love, I don't know what's happening, this is so crazy, I can't understand why I like them so much. It's like I'm living in a romantic movie. Question it more. Keep questioning it again and again. There's so much more to your mind that you can't even imagine how much there is. Even I don't know how much more there is to my own mind. But that doesn't stop me from reflecting more. Anyway, don't be offended, okay? I'm not cancelling DDLG. It's a movie. It's not the source that's the problem. It's the people that misunderstand the source. That keep that in mind. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like it if you did, and subscribe. That really does help me. And let me know if you'd like more similar content over here. I will try my best.